And let me also bring in Mr. Aditya Agarwal, Head Large Enterprises, Lenovo, to join in the conversation. I have some very interesting questions that I'd like to ask both of you. So once again, Mr. Agarwal, welcome.
My pleasure.
So let me begin by asking my first question to you, Mr. Dixit. Okay, what do you feel are the main challenges that your organization faced in IT asset management lifecycle?
I'll just tell 2-3 challenges which I'm facing right now. So just in time availability of assets with the required configuration. You've got different teams. They required hardware or devices of different configurations. People, for example, tech. They need machines with better configuration so that they can do their work without any issues, while there are some teams who are not who don't require that kind of advanced configuration. So just in time availability of advanced required configuration, repair and maintenance cost, especially when we are working with Mac, so that's a big concern. The timely update of security patches to all the servers and to all the workstations, and endpoint security. These are the main challenges which I am facing right now. And
right. So in fact, I'd like to take this to Mr. Agarwal and ask him that, sir, what is it that you feel are the top IT challenges that you are foreseeing in the next couple of years?
So, these challenges that we talked about, right? They are very right, because we have been, having these, especially with COVID. I think the whole supply chain has got disrupted. For the predictability that used to be in supply chains earlier is not there now. Now, of course, we will have those, which is what we see in the industry anyway. The services, the cost of replacement. What I also see. And I want to zoom out right now. And I'm sure Amit is also saying that, is that how do we, and making this whole problem macro by saying that, look, people are facing problems even when they used to be in offices, and now people are working at homes, right? And I've talked about this earlier. It's not just homes, people are working from anywhere, right? So how do you really keep them productive while keeping your costs down and the uptime high? I think that's a major challenge. Of course, then challenges. The thing is that IT world is full of challenges to solve, right? That you have innovation, you have, we have new habits and practices that IT managers today are trying to inculcate in the user. So those stay. But if I just look at this space, I think it's about the human aspect of working from anywhere. How do you make that productive and seamless as much as possible? And that is where all of this will also come in, right? The availability, the services, the cost of doing that. How do you another thing which we have seen IT heads also grapple with right now is that how do they put the cost of procurement down? And I don't mean the price of the asset, but how about converting from capex to opex, right? That could they outsource the whole thing? Could they outsource the life cycle management and work on what they do best, right? Which is not asset management, right? They are partners, especially in young organization. They are partners in growth for the company, so they want to focus on that and leave the rest to other people. So I think these are some challenges that people are looking to solve.
Absolutely. And to that, in fact, I'd like to go back to Mr. Dixit and ask him that what is the strategy that your organization has adopted when it comes to planning, to configuration, deploy, uptime, and asset disposal? What is it that you're doing to sort of handle all of these aspects?
We are still making these policies related to asset disposal. So right now, to be very honest, we have got a very basic asset management policy in place. We have got system to manage all our assets, and there are various type of assets. For example, in our case, we have got mobile devices also. We have got, of course, workstation, laptops, Macs, iMacs. Ubuntu, on Windows, the various operating systems are also there, right? So we are in process of making it very formal. We have a system, I don't want to name that particular product here, but we have a system where we, even earlier, we used to do all this asset management. A year back, we used to do offline, but now it is real time and we are managing it. And we don't have asset disposal policy as such in place right now. If majority of our assets, if they are unusable, right now those are lying with us, and we are trying to work on an asset disposal policy.
Right. So here I'd like to ask Mr. Agarwal that how is it that you can help organizations strategize in various stages, be it planning, be it configuration, deploying, asset management? How is it that you can make this journey for organizations a lot simpler?
So, of course, there are solutions in all of these that are possible. For example, asset recovery, e-waste disposal. So we really work with people, what are their needs and what are the need of the hour. And then it's a collaborative discussion that we have and we figure out, how to go forward.
Sure.
Thank you so very much for that.
I would like to get in touch with you and see how we can work together on this area. We are evaluating. We are working on a semi-automated way of ensuring policy compliance. We are evaluating some tools also we also already have a endpoint management tool, but we are also evaluating other tools as well.
Sure.
Of course, cost is a major criteria for us, because for a startup like us, we are like 5-6 years old startup. So, and that too after COVID, we were the most affected industry. So cost is a big concern right now, but we want to mature as an organization, and we want to have all these processes in place.
Yes, I'm totally aware. Yeah.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Amit Dixit. It's been a pleasure listening to you, sir, and how you've evolved as a person, as a leader. And I'm sure this session has been a great learning experience. And a big thank you to Mr. Aditya Agarwal for joining in, for sharing with us how we can really take business on an all new level. It's been a pleasure listening to both of you converse. And thank you so very much to all our viewers for tuning in.